Hello and welcome to episode 11 of the Table501 Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I am Ahmed and I need to shower.
I'm Justin.
And I am Shane.
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 We're Shane.
Shane.
We are Shane.
How are you guys doing?
Doing pretty good.
Pretty good.
Why?
Why am I doing good?
Yeah, what's going on? What's making life good, Justin?
I don't know. Things are just going well.
Good. What about you, Shane? You got a new girlfriend, right?
A new girlfriend, yes, absolutely. Oh. Hey!
And we got Alex.
Alex!
Our
Everyone,
guest
this
has
is Alex.
arrived.
Oh, hey,
Our
alright.
guest and our fourth host, which you guys might not know. This is Alex. Feel free to say hi. Hi, this is Alex.
Hi, this is Alex.
We are live and recording, Alex. So.
Yeah, we literally just started. You had perfect timing.
I'm going to actually just let Alex introduce himself. Go ahead, just talk about like how you've been playing the game, when you got in, what made you get into the game. Alex is like one of our good friends from high school.
Yeah.
And he recently joined back. And yeah, anyway, without further ado, this is Alex.
Yeah. So hey, I just got back into Yu-Gi-Oh, as Ahmed was saying. I mean, I've always enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh, but I don't know. I don't know exactly what I'll need to.
What deck do you play, Alex?
Yeah,
I'm a filthy Drytron player.
Yeah.
What made you get back into the game?
Well, Justin begged me to start playing the game again, and well, I was like, hey, so what packs can I just kind of pull from for fun? Because I like to pull packs. And
yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that too. We'll talk about that.
I was gonna say that's actually why I was late. I went to go pull more bode boxes.
Right. How many more did you buy?
I bought 3 more.
How many of my Heavenly Lords do you have?
Oh, I have 1 for you now.
Yes.
Yay.
Anyway, but I was pulling some Leov, some Lightning Overdrive, and I mean the only reason I got into Drytron is because I pulled Mu Beta and I was like, this is a pretty cool looking card.
And collector's rare Lightning Storm, right?
Well, if we're that was from King's Court.
Oh, right. Yep, totally.
Yep. Alex is by far and away the luckiest person I've ever met when it comes to pulling Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Speaking of collector's rares, I haven't sold it. I have an Imperial Bower collector's rare from King's Court.
Jesus.
Imperial Bower, I'm not sure what that is.
Isn't it one of the Joker Knight cards?
Yep.
Things?
I heard that out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool looking card. I'm keeping it around for a bit.
Cool.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What's your experience been playing and collecting?
Well,
when did you get back into it? Over the summer, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
It was that weekend I was over for the stream party that we had.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. It was in
you
like.
And I went.
By the way, go and follow EOB Emperor on Twitch.
Ooh, absolutely do that.
Yeah,
Alex.
Do that. I do. I haven't done it recently because I've been really busy and cards have been taking over my life.
As they do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, thanks. I mean, it was over the summer. Because like I said, Justin came over and he showed me his Sky Striker deck, and I was like, okay. And that's when the first card I pulled from Leov was the Amazing Time Ticket.
We should touch on how sad that deck turned out to be.
It's like an engine now.
Yeah,
it's not horrible, but it's not great. It's interesting.
Play it as like a trap engine, and you can play it in Altergeist, but it's not that great. You play it in Trap Tricks. I saw some people playing it in what do you call it? Unchained, actually.
Oh, that's kind of hot.
Which
is kind of cool.
Yeah. Anyway, you're saying, Alex.
That's I mean that's about it.
I mean, you've been playing a little bit, right?
And he's been playing too. You topped a couple locals, didn't you? Or like at least got.
I was in what was it? Racine. I was 3rd place, I think.
Nice.
But I haven't really played too much since then.
Have you just been fiending cards?
Yeah, once the tins came out, I've been like majorly collecting at the moment.
You are officially a verified seller, aren't you?
Yes. I am. What is it? TCG Player considers it a gold star seller because I'm not a hobby shop.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
if you guys
a
need
hobby shop,
cards,
yeah.
fine. We'll plug the TCG Player too.
EOB Emporium.
Up EOB
Yes,
Emporium.
sir.
Oh, I like that.
I do. I actually really like that.
Yeah, I named that back in like end of high school, I believe. I sold like 1 card.
Oh, like actually?
Yeah, I sold 1
What
card
the
like
heck?
back,
Okay, I
back
didn't
at
know
the end
about
of high
that.
school.
I didn't
Yeah,
either.
so and that was that I made it because I was like, oh yeah, I'll sell this 1 card.
Damn,
And
we
I
been
think it was a
building brand.
it was a crush card virus, I think.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, there was that
Uh-oh.
short period where we were pulling
Yeah.
because we bought War of the Giants or whatever and got all
Holy
those playmats.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Battle pack. Yeah.
Back when we thought the god cards would be worth any amount of money.
Hey, the King's Court ones are. least a
Yeah,
couple
I
of
mean,
them are.
even that gimmick failed so hard. Oh my gosh, it's ugly. Okay, whatever. We don't have to talk about
But anyway,
Yes, but yeah, we
Um,
are happy to have Alex as our friend on the podcast now because he gives a very interesting perspective on the game that none of us really afford.
It also
Both
gives them one more
financially
person.
and
yeah,
socially.
literally.
Both financially and thought wise.
It also
I
gives
will-
another person to gang up on me on
I will
for my
say,
take.
I
We'll
will
get
say,
there.
I am a official sponsored player of EOB Emporium. I
yeah.
have,
Yeah.
I have been given multiple deals on very, very strong cards.
Wait,
so
me too.
shout
Except,
out.
yeah. Me too.
But yeah, welcome, Alex.
Welcome.
Thanks.
You had perfect
be here.
timing because we literally just started the recording. So
Beautiful. Yeah, I like I said, I was pulling more cards.
and you
Not
pulled me some
surprised.
shit.
Yeah, I did. It wasn't anything big, but I did pull a card I haven't seen yet, so.
Okay, well, let's start off with the meat and potatoes because Justin is Irish and he likes meat and potatoes. Are you guys, Alex, are you Irish?
You know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I have an Irish name,
multinational,
but I am by
so-
no means Irish, so.
Really? What nationality is your mom?
American mishmash, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but, like, no one's
The
American,
major one
right?
is like German, but I'm pretty sure
German?
there's a bunch of
Okay.
other stuff in there
Alright,
too.
Cool. Anyway, let's just talk about Legendary Duelist 8. Lurlusk is out. It's probably gonna be tier 1.
I don't know too much about it.
It's
I have
kinda
not
nuts.
followed Lyrilusk at all because up
Literally.
until this morning they've been just a meme. So
No, Leerlusk is actually kind of nuts, and like not just Tri Brigade Leerlusk, but like
Which
actually.
that
just
is also
pure-
good.
Yeah, that is also going to be like Bird Up is going to have a resurgence now, but straight up, Leerlusk is probably it's got fantastic plays going. First, it can make utopic whatever the fucking Utopia card is that negates and steals.
Oh yeah, Future Draco.
Future Draco, yeah. But also it it can get a Exceed monster that literally can compulse you 6 times in one turn.
And
I think it's
I mean the deck is just like fucking Bird Call is one of the most ridiculous cards I've ever read.
it is a Rhoda.
Rhoda is a Lyrilusk monster or card. I forgot which one it is. And then you can just special summon a Lyrilusk from your hand. Like, excuse me?
No, but excuse you, it's also a foolish. You can either add the card to your hand or send it to the graveyard, and then you get to special summon a card from your hand.
Yeah, okay, add to your hand or send to the grave. Yeah, one little. Okay, so it has to be a monster, which
and it's
doesn't
not
really
one. Is it
matter.
once per turn?
It is, it is.
It is once per turn. Okay.
But and then you can just special summon. The card is insane. Like the card is just ridiculous. Yeah, sure, it has to be from a different name from the one that you're in your hand, but like. You're gonna. It's all Lurlusk monsters that you're playing, so like you're gonna add one that's a different name than the one that's in your hand.
It is pretty much what every fringe like meta deck can ask for in a single card.
And they got like 5 actually good support cards in this set. So
yeah, like I think it was Ensemble Robin that is like the absolutely nuts. Like it's an end board that you get like a negate, an Omni negate and steal, or I think it's a monster negate, and then you also fucking compulse 6 times, which decks just like most decks just cannot play through that.
The more important thing from the set though is Quillbolt Hedgehog got a reprint.
Oh, it got reprinted, dude.
Yeah. So Quillbolt deck's gonna really pop up soon here.
Also, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, how do we feel about the new motorcycle Clearwing Rider?
So I actually think that Speedroids are actually pretty good. Like I think they're gonna be
got a good boost.
They're less obscure now, but I don't think they're. I don't think they're gonna break. I don't think they're gonna even break into Rogue yet.
I think so.
I haven't seen enough of the deck to have an opinion, but like I could see them maybe being Rogue.
I watched MBT. Shout out to MBT. I watched his 10-minute testing for it, and like it's not bad. It just seems like what it does just gets unbelievably dwarfed by what actual meta decks do, and it can't actually compete with them.
I would say go to a YouTuber or Yugi-tuber named Winter Kills. By the way, some of the highest quality, in my opinion, best Yugi-tube videos out there. But he's a huge advocate of Speedroid. He's been playing the deck for a while, and the boards that he was putting up, like for test hands, not like actually just test hands, not like handpicked stuff, is actually just ridiculous. Like if you want to talk about pushed cards, the roulette wheel card for Speedroid is actually kind of nuts too.
Oh yeah, that's a really good card. Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that I just need to see some more results, I think, for me to buy into it. So hopefully at Pasadena we'll see some.
Yeah.
Well, there's gonna be like remote duel invitationals and stuff.
Yeah.
Before then.
Yeah, but who's bringing Speedroid to remote duel invitations?
I would assume a lot of people.
A lot of people. I feel like a lot of people would.
A lot of people
use the meta is like in a funky place right now.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say funky, but it's like a good place.
People do actually bring like pet decks like that do stand somewhat of a chance to those kinds of things.
I love having a motorcycle pet.
Yeah, I played Wizard 101 too.
So before we get into the actual name, sorry.
No. Baron de Fleur also came out.
Yeah,
I was gonna say before we get to that, but yeah.
$90.
Yeah.
It's a really fucking good card.
It's a really, really, really good card. I mean, like, yeah, it's just a generic level 10 synchro that's an Omni negate and also destroys.
Well, that's the thing is you
controls. Yeah, it's just good. It's good. I wanted to play it in my deck, but it's not. I don't think it's gonna work.
I was gonna ask you if you were gonna get it, but don't you get locked a lot, don't you?
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Remiss locks you into shit. Is that the only card that locks you?
Senatus does as well.
You'd have to commit to like a turn 2 Baron and that.
Well, I could make it turn 1. It would just be really, really unoptimal, and it'd probably be one of the only things I could end on.
Yeah, and the thing
it's not worth it.
Well, like Ahmed's end board for his one of the most consistent end boards that you get on, you get Boral Savage with 3 negates with the Topologic Bomber Dragon or whatever it is. Not
Topologic what?
What's the link 3 that you go into?
Triple burst.
Triple burst.
Okay, sorry.
One of my favorite links. I love that
card. So you get that, then you usually end on a Reed Bear, and then an extra deck lock, and sometimes with Crystal Wing
Seals.
as well.
I see Seals a lot.
Yeah, it depends on the hand. But anyway, whatever. We don't have to talk about that.
Oh, we will.
So yeah, that's Legendary Duel. It's 8.
Well,
More
no, there's
hand.
actually I wanted to talk about the Synchron deck because the Synchron deck is actually pretty okay, but not like, I mean, it just dies to hand traps, but it's actually pretty powerful. No?
I know nothing
don't know
about. Yeah,
anything
I know.
about
I know
it.
nothing about that. So
I don't know anything about it, man.
I cannot
Alright.
talk on that at all.
Yeah,
Fair
literally
enough.
not at all.
You're pulling this one by yourself, Shane.
If you want to talk about it, that's all you.
I mean, what's the, I forgot the synchro that, is it Stardust Assault Warrior? No.
Maybe.
Which is the one that allows you to just special summon a whole shitload of synchrons from your
Jet
deck?
War. I'm sorry. I know what you're talking. Oh shit. I know what you're talking about. It's like shit. Jet Warrior. Shoot, I know this card.
Stardust Warrior?
No.
No.
That's not Jet Warrior.
Wait, did that card even come out this set? I think it did, didn't it? Or was that a different set that it came out in?
No, it came out a while ago.
Okay,
It's an old card.
was it
Whatever.
Necro? People were hyping the set for something. I think it was Necro Synchron for it. I guess I'm just talking out my ass. Never mind. But yeah, that's mostly the card, or Fluor Synchron potentially. I don't know.
Interesting.
I guess just the main things from this set were Speedroids and the Baroness and Leerlusk.
Yeah, then we've got our other big set,
Burst of
Yes.
Destiny.
which
is
lots of good
format.
stuff. Yeah, lots of good
Lots
stuff.
of good
come out here.
stuff.
Lots of good stuff.
You've got Despia, you've got some B Troopers support.
Which is just absolutely dog shit. So
Yeah.
It's not though. I mean, okay, most of the cards are really bad, but they have that like one Dung Beetle card that's a good extender.
But
Light
you
Flapper.
end up with Destiny, Hero, Destroyer, Phoenix, Enforcer.
That card did not need another syllable in its name.
It didn't. Destroy
It did.
Phoenix and Force.
No, it did.
Shut up, Alex.
No, it needed it. It needed all of the syllables.
We also got Fluwanderies too, which fuck.
Yeah, that Flunder is like, I know what's it? Sword Soul came out this set and people are hyping that up, and they should. It's a good deck, but Flunder is by far and away the best strategy to come out of this set. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. And I don't know if anyone was even contesting that, but it's going to warp the entire format.
That's really quick. Going back, the card we were thinking of was Junk Speeder.
Junk Speeder. Okay, and yeah, that card I think came out a while ago.
Yeah, it's an older card. Not older, but it came out a couple years ago.
Yep.
Anyway, Sword Soul is the new Invoked. It's the same combo every turn usually.
Yep.
But I mean, it's good. It's a good deck. Like, there's no doubt it's not gonna be. There's no doubt it's going to be.
It's gonna become
Tier
an engine. It's gonna become. I mean, it already is becoming an engine.
Yeah, well, it's pretty much just Sword Soul, Dogmatica, pretty much.
Yep.
I mean, they don't play like any Dogmatica cards except for the Ecclesia that summons out a Sword Soul.
They could. I don't know. Sword Soul is either played pure or with I want to say like with, yeah.
No, they only play with 10 years.
Although the pure build is better.
Yeah, I haven't looked or I haven't played much of it or like tested, but I just hear it's unbelievably boring and it's like power, but you just kind of like Ahmed said, running the same combo over and over again, and like.
And by God, is it gonna get to that combo? Like it has so many ways
Yep.
into any like I think isn't it like a level 8 and a level 10 that they have to get to?
I mean, they usually end on Shi Zhao and Cheng Ying. But I mean, like, it depends. Also, they end on whichever. Oh, they end on Sudden Shift, which is Icarus attack, but
For worms.
but for worms. But I forgot which card they usually. I think it's. Let's see. Is it Cheng Ying? If a card is. Yeah, Cheng Ying. If it be destroyed by card effects, you can banish one card from your graveyard instead. So Sudden Shift targets one card you control and two cards your opponent controls. Or one worm monster you control and two cards your opponent controls and destroys them. However, Cheng Ying can banish a card out of the graveyard to protect itself. So it's just a pop two. It's just a pop two. It's ridiculous. And
graveyard,
what is it?
pop
Shi
two.
Zhao searches Sudden Shift. So card. That deck's really good. The deck's just really
Yep.
really good.
Yeah.
Just
But
doesn't
yeah.
seem super fun.
Yep.
And Despia just got a little bit better. But Despia's still Despia. Alex, you might be building that deck, right? Potentially.
Yeah, I'm looking into it. I haven't really done a lot, of research on what to build with it yet. So
Usually
I'm
it's
still
any combination
debating.
of
But you have most of the cards now, I think, right?
yeah.
I have like, I've pulled an entire case's worth of Bode and then other things. I'm pretty sure I have most of the cards I need.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well,
What about the
I
ones
mean,
from what do you call it? Dawn of
previous
Majesty.
yeah.
Oh, I have 3 Alluvers.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
That's
all
all
right.
I have
So
the
you got pretty
I
much-
have the expensive card, so I think I have 3 Thaumaturge.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those
I
are really
pretty much
the only Despia monsters that people run. They might run like
Yep.
one tragedy, because you can, if you run like tragedy Gold Sark, it gets you Alibur.
I was gonna say some run tragedy, and I know every once in a while you'll see like 1 comedy. It's not often though.
Yeah. But usually Despia is
Funny.
ran with Shadal, Invoked, or Dogmatica, or any
Yep,
combination of
That's
those.
what I've noticed. I've noticed that it's pretty much become like an IDS kind of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's IDS, but for people who don't want to run Invoked.
Yep.
Because usually it's either Despia or Invoked that you're playing, even though people try
That's
to
what
spam
I've
them all
noticed.
together.
Why?
So
Because Despia is your normal summon. Normally you would want to be normal summoning Alibur.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
But I don't know. I'm still I have a deck that I'm building right now.
Ooh. Want to let us in on it, or is it a surprise?
I've talked to Justin about it.
Oh, is it for Lindsay?
No, but that is some big news.
Yeah.
Because Justin was talking to me about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to keep it
Um,
secret, whatever spice you're
yeah,
cooking up, that's fine.
I got some spice.
Got some spice.
I've
Alright.
ordered a lot of cards. I'm building a deck. It's gonna be interesting.
All right. Does
Ooh,
anyone? Oh yeah. Sorry.
something else that a lot of people are just forgetting about. Small World came out in this set.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Small
yeah.
World.
I have a
The
feeling.
weird Table 500 rogue deck is so happy.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like good in very, very specific cases, but I have a feeling Small World is gonna go to the wayside, just because of the way it's worded and how like weird it is. Kind of like how Linear Equation Cannon isn't play. I mean, it's not played because it's a bad card, but. That might have been it.
Okay, so our recording thing for some reason got disconnected, so we're just gonna pick up where we left off.
Where
Really
did
quick,
we exactly leave off? Justin, you were in the middle of something.
I was talking about Small World, and how I think this is gonna be one of those cards that is not used, and one deck, like let's just say Flunder realizes like, oh, if I play this hand trap and this card, I can get my combo every single time with Small World, and then I think it's gonna blow up. Flunder is a bad example, but like some deck that has an issue with searching a monster is going to break this card.
Yeah,
in my
like
opinion.
if a good archetype that has just a bunch of weird like monsters in it that don't necessarily share types, don't share levels or stats, comes out, Small World is going to be fantastic.
It already is like a fantastic card. The thing is, like, you're both right, but the reason like I don't think it's really ever going to be meta is like high meta is all the meta decks have that problem solved for them. They already are super consistent in
That's a
getting
good
what they
point.
need. They already have their searchers. They already can
Yep.
get like all of their. They can recruit whatever the hell they need. So just
Exactly.
having this, yeah, they could do that. They could play it, and like Ash Blossom is usually a pretty good target for Small World to like banish and then add like a corresponding card. that you can like, you know, your normal summon, for example. But like it's just like win more at that point, you know. So most decks already have searchers that search searchers, and those searchers search other searchers, and then they can synchro summon and then get another searcher at Sword Soul. So that, and those decks are the ones that are meta. Those are the consistent decks. So I
Yeah,
don't
and
think
they
Small
already
World
they
is
already
ever
have
going
their
to like
searcher. You're right.
break super high tier meta status, and that's why I initially said like I think it's just gonna be relegated to mostly like weird, crazy, niche combo decks that work some of the time. Like it's a good card. Like don't get me wrong, searching any monster is kind of insane.
Yeah, I think it will, or it does have the potential to rocket a deck from Rogue to Tier 1
Oh, I don't know if Rogue
in the
Tier
right
1.
situation.
Like maybe Obscurity to Rogue, or maybe Rogue to Tier 2, but like Ahmed said, anything like that is Tier 1 or Tier 2 already kind of has their searchers.
Yes, but that's the thing. If this solves that problem for a really powerful strategy, then this is that card searcher. This is their Fire Formation Tenki. This is their fucking what's another really good searcher? Rhoda. Yeah, this is that card for them.
It literally is just a Rhoda with extra steps.
And so what I'm saying is like I could see this making a strategy that like consistency is the only reason it cannot get off the ground.
Fair enough.
But that's all just speculation. Card could do nothing ever.
It's got a lot of potential, but the potential is yet to be realized. I'm pretty sure is what we're all kind of agreeing on.
Yeah,
It's just really hard to figure out which targets
it's so
work
difficult.
in
It's
the
so
deck.
difficult.
It's
there's
linear.
even a website dedicated
Yeah,
to
they all
figuring out
mini-game.
what targets work for this card, which is cool. It's good.
Yeah.
But like half the time, it's just like, oh no, this card doesn't work. Ah, no, this card doesn't work. Ah, this card doesn't work. Why? Oh, because the levels match. Oh, the attributes match. Oh, the types match.
That's the other thing too. You have to like, if you draw Small World, you have to draw something that like you can do with it. That's the other thing. It's the fact that it's reliant on another monster you have in your hand. Kinda is a little bit.
Yeah, that is a limiter. I don't know. I could just see it. I'm optimistic that this card will change something for a deck. Like,
do we want to save talking about Thunder for the very end? Because there's other stuff that came out in the set, even though this not really.
I really wanted to. Well, I mean, we already did touch on Flunder. I don't think we need to go any more into detail than this. The deck's fucking busted. The deck is going to warp the format unbelievably.
It's
I kind of want to go into why.
Stupid. I mean, the why is because they have a counter trap that prevents you from special summoning the rest of the turn. But you can normal summon 3 times.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, you can't special summon, but you can normal summon 3 more times.
Well, that's what I want to talk about.
All of the summons do something.
We're talking about Flunder.
Yeah, all of those summons do something for the deck to get to the next thing.
Not to mention, all your normal summons allow you essentially to normal summon an additional time, so they just all chain into each other. They all banish themselves if they leave the field, and if a thing is normal summon, you get to add it back to your hand, so it's all a resource, like you get all your resources back. You can run Harpy's Feather Storm in it, which is literally just VFD in trap form.
Fuck that card.
Mega Ryza in the deck is literally just Yada Lock. What other things? A Dimension Shifter
prevents your opponent's Link monster or anything in attack position. Special summon monsters from activating their effects. So like your Link monsters can't activate their effects.
Again, the deck can play Dimension Shifter for free with 0 drawback. They want their shit banished. They want it there. So they can literally just make it so that your first turn is miserable.
Yep.
They also tribute your cards to summon them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They have their own Monarchs Erupt.
Well, and also, like you said, they contribute your cards. They can't.
Yeah, it's not even monsters. It's cards.
Yeah, so if you flip up like a Floodgate or something like that, unless it's a field spell, unless it's like Mask of Restrict or Zombie World. By the way, Zombie World fucking ruins this deck's time. So I mean, there's that. But
I don't want to have to play Zombie World.
Yeah, that's cringe. That's so cringe.
It's so cringe.
I don't want to play fucking Zombie. I have to play Dragon Ravine. It's already a dog shit of cards.
The other thing that's very important for, I mean, it's gonna sound stupid, but it's really important for a lot of big decks. Is like, can this deck make Zeus for free? It sure can, and that's big. That
Wait,
any deck
Flunder?
yeah,
How?
they can just go into Lyrilisk, Nightingale,
I mean, it would have to be on turn 3 that they do
Yeah,
that,
it would have
or
to
if
be
they go
three.
if they go second, they can just I'm pretty
No,
sure they
because
can
if they
make it
resolve
easy.
any of their other normal summons,
Yeah.
they literally just cannot.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
you
that's
can't
that's
special
another
summon.
thing. That's another thing. Any deck that can run 3 Pot of Extravagance is just no,
Yeah.
no, that's
all,
not
all
fair.
the like the normal summons in
No, I know. I know they lock you, but I haven't messed with the deck enough. I can imagine there's a way that without resolving one of the normal summon effects, they can get a second monster out.
I don't think so.
I
What
don't
about
think so
does the
either.
field spell block you?
I haven't read the field
The
spell.
thing is the minute you get a Flunder card on board, you literally just cannot. Because chances are, well, I mean, you're gonna want to resolve your Flunder card that you get on the board. So unless you're running like some kind of level 1, like maybe Leerlusk in the deck.
field spell does
No,
not actually lock.
Yeah, so you can use the field spell to, I'm pretty sure, get a second out. And then you can just make Assembled Nightingale. And then you can just make Zeus. And then you can just burn your entire field for free.
I mean, it definitely can make Zeus, but I don't think like it's
The
honestly.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was gonna say honestly, like if you're playing Flunder, your extra deck should just be a bunch of like just good stuff, Maximus targets. Like in case somebody Maximus, like you just Cyber Dragon.
Oh yeah, just play like Intis or something.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what you do. You play Intis, you play Cyber Dragon Nova, and then Mechaba. You play maybe that Wind Ignister.
Wait, why?
Because if somebody Maximuses you, you can just send the shit to the grave.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Oh, and Cyber Dragon Nova, if it's sent to the grave, I think you can special summon a fusion machine monster, so that's why you run Mechaba as well.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we really need to go much more into detail. The deck is just
Flunder is going to be responsible for at least 2 or 3 cards getting onto the ban list in some way or another.
And Shane's gonna be arguing for them to stay.
In the format? No, fuck Mega Ryza. Mega Ryza. Fuck the Wind Barrier statue. Fuck Harpy's Featherstorm. Just fuck this deck, dude. God damn it.
This card
And
didn't exist.
Our friend is making it.
Oh right, yeah,
birds.
That's what we can talk about. Alex,
first, I wanna just bring up Lord of the Heavenly Prison because
I was waiting for you to.
Yes.
That card is just stupid. That card is just busted. In Striker, that card is free engage. That card is free engage combo, and also your back row cannot be touched.
Wait, how is oh, because it searches
Read the end of
spell.
its
Yep,
it
you're right.
sets any spell or trap, and
Forgot about
it
that.
only
effect.
gets banished if it stays
I
on the
forgot.
field until the end of your next turn. Which,
Yep.
as I told Ahmed, there is no world where I would set engage in my end phase and then not just activate it immediately the next turn. There's no world where I would just let engage sit on my field exposed like that. Like, it's gonna be in my graveyard or it's gonna be in my hand.
Which is why I am running evenly in the side deck nowadays instead of
Please
Lightning
do.
Storm.
That's a good call.
This card is fucking busted. It buffs pretty much every back row deck. Geist, Striker, unfortunately Draco,
Unfortunately Mystic Mine.
Mystic Mine. Like, back row decks now are actually able to contest with, oh, I just sacked you with Lightning Storm or Duster. Which is nice, because playing back row decks, it sucks when my opponent just dusters my field and then I just die. So I'm happy
The thing
for
is
it.
now there's very little counter to play to just like if you're facing a back row deck and you're going, then they're going first, and they just set
You have
5
to play
path.
around it.
There's
Like,
literally...
actually, you don't even have to play around it because they reveal it, so you don't have to play around it. You have to play with that, like, as knowledge.
I do think that we're going to be going into a somewhat slower format now, though.
Potentially, like I think it's gonna be a pretty mixed format still, just because Dry Brigade's still good. Drytron is kind of cheeks, but it's like still good. Lurlesk is good. And then obviously we're gonna have a combo deck as our premier deck, along with a control deck as our premier deck. I'm talking about Sword Soul and Flunderies, respectively. So I mean, it's gonna be a pretty mixed format. And oh yeah, and we didn't even talk about Phantom Knights, which is also a combo deck. So I think it's gonna be a pretty mixed format. Obviously, I think the top decks right now are gonna sort of fall to like tier 1.5, tier 2. Whereas Sword Soul and Flunder are gonna be like tier 1.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I think
There's a couple other cards I want. Oh, Justin, you can go. Sorry.
I don't think we're gonna go into like a specifically control or specifically combo. It's not gonna be as combo. It's gonna be more control than combo, because combo is like Adamancipator. Like when I think combo, I think Adamancipator, or like my deck.
Unity.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. When I think control, I think Flunder. I think Eldritch. I think that sort of stuff. Yeah.
I think we're going to see actually a lot more combo power, in my opinion, because, and Shane's gonna hate that I'm saying this.
Here we go.
Crossout is out, and like, it's hard for. I think control strategies in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Rely a lot on hand. I don't think, I know. Control strategies rely a lot on hand traps, and with Crossout at 3, most combo decks can just be ready for that for a very small package. Like, if you wanted to be super optimal about it, yeah, like 6-7 cards. And you could even run 5. Like, I will say you could run 3, or not 5. No, it'd still be like 6-7. Never mind.
I was gonna say, like, minimum it is 6-7 cards that you were. If you have the space for 6 to 7 cards in your deck, sure,
Use the hand traps.
Go for it. But I don't know. I feel like Crossout demands a lot of like it's almost an engine in and of itself that you have in your deck.
No.
So the thing with that is that it's almost exactly like the argument for Destroy Phoenix Enforcer, which we haven't even talked about. But I mean,
we'll get there.
What can we fucking say? It's a really good card. It's Pancratops that comes back. Anyway, the targets for Crossout are also offensive tools that don't brick you. Like, yeah, okay, if you draw into your Imperm, like, let's say you're playing 1 copy of your Impermanence as a Crossout target, and you draw into it. Yeah, you can use that offensively against your opponent. Actually, you should, because it is no longer a valid Crossout target, assuming you don't have any more in the deck. And let's say your opponent has an Imperm, and they negate it, and yeah, it ends your turn. Like, yeah, in that case, like, it's kind of a brick, sure. But guess what? You got to use an Imperm on your opponent, or you could save it, let them do all their stuff, and then negate a card on your turn once it comes to that. So, like, yeah, in a way, yes, they are definitionally, like, bricks, but they're good. They're good. It's a good engine. Yeah, you don't want to see them because they go against the logic of the card you're playing them for, which is Crossout. But like, if I draw into a Nibiru against like someone's deck, oh, okay, cool, I'll just Nibiru them.
Or the thing is, it's not like if you draw your Dark Magician or your Red Eye, it's like they're not just completely nothing,
Yeah, they're not like vanilla.
Like, you are 100% right, Ahmed.
I would say, like I said, in decks that can run it, sure, go ahead. I do think that it's really better in combo decks than it is in control or anything like that.
No one's arguing that. Like, that is just like a right take. Like, no one's arguing that, Shane.
Justin was.
Well, no, he was just saying in his deck specifically.
It's in his deck specifically because it's a spell card.
Yeah.
Because it's
like, if you're playing it in like Subterror, like, who's gonna play in the Subterror? Oh no, my Extravagance got Ash. Time to set 5 pass. Like, okay, whatever. You're not gonna play Crossout for that specifically. You're like, Altergeist, oh no, my Swooping got Ash. Time to set 3 pass.
Any deck that can afford to play 9 to 12 hand traps already, which Shane, both of us were doing that for the last 2 formats.
We were.
Can afford to cut one each of every hand
I was-
trap to run 3 crossout and put yourself at less risk. Like, it sucks when I get my Kagari impermed or ashed, or my Shizuku impermed or ashed. But I would, it's great, it's gonna feel great to pop out a crossout and just say, no. Because then, if I don't see the crossout, darn, I still am going to see my hand traps. And if I don't see my hand traps, darn, my combo is insulated. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about getting double hand trapped. Because I know we had talked about that earlier. Like, that's just a shitty part of modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna get better playered by somebody who drew Ash Imperm or Ash Veiler. But having a response for one of those is better than having a response for neither, so...
Yeah. Alex, I'm curious to hear your opinion.
I mean, that's Justin actually literally was getting to what I was, because like, in terms of if you're running one of that really sucks. But like, I literally was going to bring up the fact that having 2 ofs, especially when you are running like 9 to 12 hand traps, I definitely just see that being like the play on that.
Plus,
Like,
your deck is just hand traps, and you're not actually like doing anything.
yeah, if your deck is just hand trap deck, like invoked, for example, like what the fuck? I mean, you couldn't even fucking play. Actually, I would play crossout and invoked. I mean,
Yeah, because you don't want to get your...
if you get your
there's a
Alistair Ash, like sometimes you just pass. I mean, if
There
you're a
is
bad
literally a
invoked player,
meme
Yeah,
that
if you're a
goes
good
around
invoked
like
player,
that.
you've already got 2, you've already got all 3 of your cards in hand, and it
yeah, you
doesn't
have all
matter.
3 of your invocations.
Pretty much, yeah.
So,
No, but there is a
Alistair and a crossout.
oh my god.
there is
Oh
a
my
meme
God.
deck out there that is literally just 3 Alistair, 3 Invocation, 3 Meltdown, and then just the rest is just hand traps with 3
Oh
cross.
yeah. Hand trap deck.
Yep.
But any control deck that plays hand traps primarily and also has any form of combo, be it Striker, be it Shane's combo stuff, be it like what's another good like combo control strategy? I
I
had
guess
it.
IDS maybe, kinda.
No, I wouldn't.
No,
play it. 'Cause, like,
they're pretty full.
okay, so I was gonna wanna say something really quick. The reason I don't think it's as good in combo decks is because I'm sorry, my bad. Whoa. In control decks is because them getting hand trapped at even like the most perfect time doesn't necessarily hurt them all that much. So just playing 3 more crossout is like, all right, what the hell am I playing this for? Like IDS, like, oh no, my Nadir got fucking Ash. Time to activate, I don't know, Meltdown and add Alistair, and normal summon the Alistair, and get an invocation, and, you know, right? Or like I said, Guru even, for example. Like, it's just, why do that? It doesn't matter. Like, oh no, my Extravagance got ashed. Deal with it. It's all about like cost to benefit.
Yeah.
Or like how hard hand traps just like, okay, this is what I'll say. It's all about assessing how bad hand traps and specific cards hamper you getting to your win condition, right? If your Nadir gets ashed, for example, like, yeah, that sucks, but your win condition isn't completely gone. You can still end on a mecha bar or whatever. Whereas, like, for example, the Flunders, if your normal summon gets ashed, sometimes you can't do anything.
Yep.
The thing is your normal summon can't get ashed if you have the field spell up. Because the field spell chain
you're not
lock.
always gonna get that.
Again, Shane, I'm talking about this like in a vacuum specifically. Like, yes,
No, I know, like in a vacuum. I'm just like commenting again how kind of ridiculous Flunder is.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Ahmed. Like, it's very case dependent, and I think, yeah, that I have nothing else to say. Card's good. Card's gonna fucking. It's not performing right now, but that's because we're in like a weird spot, I think, and the card's new. I mean, when Dragoon came out, like, not a lot of decks were playing it right off the bat until people started figuring out when and where you could fit it in. I think that's how Crossout's gonna be.
thought I distinctly remember everything was jamming Dragoon when it came out.
Like, jokingly or just like test-wise, but like Dragoon dropped huge amounts because
It was
it
like
wasn't
30
topping.
bucks. It was like 35 bucks. Now it's like
Yeah, I was gonna say I bought it for like $40.
I'm almost positive we could go back to a previous episode, and there was a point where we all commented on how everyone thought Dragoon was going to warp the meta, and it wasn't performing. And then, like, 2 episodes later, we were all complaining about Dragoon and how it was warping the meta and
Yep.
ruining the game. And
now it's
we're
$90.
like,
Now it's
yeah.
$90.
Yes, it is.
So I think that's just like this. It's like nobody realizes the impact it's going to have. I still firmly stand on the belief that once in-person events come back and we start seeing that, like, very normal arc of what decks are popular for long periods of time, you're going to see side decks run like one of win cons for the top decks and just cross them out entirely.
That'd be funny. That'd be
I
funny.
think that'll happen.
Speaking of
I think
in-person events coming back,
Well, hold on. I think we
okay.
still need to talk about other.
Yeah, I think Alex
Alex also had something to say.
I was gonna say I think to an extent I think I'll see. I think I agree with you there, Justin. We'll see it. I just don't think that's going to stick. Personally.
Yeah, I think it's
Because,
going
like,
to be super
waste-
case by case.
As I talked to you about it back when we were originally arguing, I don't see wasting an entire side deck slot strictly on somebody else's win con.
Right. And it's so hard to tell what you're like. If you're playing at a YCS, bro, you're gonna play against the whole fucking gambit. You're gonna be playing against Dark Magician players. You're gonna be playing against Blue Eyes players. You're gonna be playing against fucking
like
Fabled players.
I think as a meme and like as to start, I think we'll see it maybe a little bit, but I don't think that's going to be like the thing.
No, certainly not.
I
I
think
will say really quick, for cards that, like, let's say I play Pot of Prosperity in my deck. If I'm playing Pot of Prosperity is a really popular card. I can set, like, let's say I draw a crossout and I set my crossout, and they activate Prosperity, and I have like 2 copies of Prosperity left, or even 3 Prosperity in my deck. Cool. I could just negate their Prosperity without having to waste an interaction. I drew a crossout and I didn't have to use it. Cool. Now I can use it offensively potentially. It's not often that happens, but like totally it can.
I think you'll see that, like terraforming. Think of that. That card
Even
is run in every deck. Rhoda. Any warrior deck is running Rhoda. Like,
exactly.
I can if I already have a piece of my, if I already have Ray in hand, I can just cross out Rhoda for free.
Yeah. Rather than like,
and I mean like,
yeah. Go ahead.
oh, sorry.
I
was gonna say because like, and I mean like that's fair, but like that comes down to like, those are kind of staple cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like in that like in that sense, like yeah, that makes sense. Like I think in Ditto or like mirror matches where I like as a Drytron player, I go up against another Drytron player. If I want to cross out something that I know I can use or that they can use against me, like I think that'll be fun.
Yeah. I also think there's a lot of like technical skill that can come with a crossout, because let's say like, okay, the side deck is where games are won. Like the side deck is where you win and lose games.
Matches.
Matches. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I play a combo deck. I side 3 copies of Forbidden Droplets. I don't know a single one, but online. I side 3. And let's say I'm playing against a deck that most decks are going to be playing Dark Ruler No More or Forbidden Droplet against, a deck like mine. I side in like game 2. If I'm going first and I know I'm going first, I'm going to side in a copy of Droplet, because guess what? That's insurance. That's insurance for me.
Kinda.
I'm going to.
What do you mean, kind of?
In the case of Droplet, if they send a spell, you can't chain it.
Okay, yeah, I guess. Fine. Or I could just activate it. Well, actually, no. Yeah, that wouldn't work. Never mind. Anyway. But yeah, still.
Bad example.
I'm in the same boat. Like, I'm going to be siding a single Imperial Order. You can only have one. But I'm going to be siding that because that's a game ender. Like, I cannot play through that 90% of situations. With Crossout, Chainlink 2, I absolutely can. I can just say, no thanks, Imperial Order, as get rid of it.
Well, that only lasts for a turn.
I was gonna say
But
that.
that means that I can do something about it. Like,
Oh, I guess, yeah.
I
Yeah,
can
you
get
like,
an afterburners. I can get some sort of effect off that that deals
And
with
don't
it.
you
Or
run
I
like
can
a
just win the
single
game.
Nightmare Phoenix too?
Some decks do. I've been thinking of trying to fit that in there. But we don't have to talk about that right now. But like it opens up so many better strategies for like playing around your biggest counter cards, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, the next thing I'm gonna say is like the biggest cop out that doesn't actually mean anything, but in decks where it's good, it's really good. In decks where it's not good, it's not as good.
Yep.
And you're just gonna have other options. Yeah, like cool. It says generic thing, but like it's literally just true. In decks
No,
like
you're
mine, like almost rogue decks, such as Unity, it's just 3 more copies of Called by the Grave because cool. I just main in a Bureau. I main 3 Ash already. I main a Veiler and I main an Imperm. Cards I already own and cards that really hurt me if they get used at the right times. And now I have extra insurance against them. And I've noticed my win rate's going up, specifically against Shane, who is the hand trap god. Ever since Crossout came out, like I've just it's just good. You know, it's good. It's made a difference in my deck, and I mean, I've noticed it. So, yeah.
I will also. The last thing I want to say on that too is the more meta it becomes, the more wild situations become. Because
I was actually going to touch on that too.
You can use it to negate your own opponent's crossout.
Yeah, exactly.
You can say, I don't like your crossout. I'm going to crossout. And it's like, yeah,
I feel
the
like
more popular it
crossout,
becomes, the weirder things are gonna get, and I think that's cool.
The last thing I'll say about it is, I agree. Oh, actually, no one's made this point, so I can't agree with it. But I will say, it was drastically overhyped. Like, unbelievably overhyped. It was not a $120 card like it was on pre-release. Or just
how much is it now?
Yeah, shut up, Alex. It's like a $50.
It's like a $50 card.
Yeah.
But it's like it's between like $45 to $60. It depends on how quickly.
Depends on the day.
Yeah,
really,
actually,
that's the other thing I wanted to touch on too.
As a vendor,
yeah.
It depends on the day.
But it was severely overhyped. I acknowledge that, but it's still ridiculously good.
Kind of like, but like touching on kind of what Alex was saying, like how it keeps fluctuating. I feel like Crossout's going to be one of those cards that just fades from the format and then has a resurgence once hand traps start coming back because people feel safe because Crossout isn't as played, and then people start cutting down on hand traps because Crossout's played now, and then people stop running Crossout because not a lot of hand traps are played, and it's just going to keep repeating that cycle. And it's like it's always going to be in the meta in some capacity, but it's just going to keep like fading to the forefront and then going back down and then coming back up and then
it's this unique new kind of like type of card that we haven't really had a lot of. It's like back row removal, except it's hand trap removal.
It's literally like when Crossout, or not Crossout, when Called by the Grave was at 3.
Well, it's more like when it's more like when Lightning Storm is released. Like Lightning Storm and Duster like constantly fluctuate between like, oh, people are maining these cards. Oh, people are siding them. Oh, people aren't really running back row anymore. We don't really need this card. Oh, back row's back. It's time to put all these back in.
Yeah.
So I agree. It's like it's a new type of removal that I didn't expect to ever exist in Yu-Gi-Oh! And here it is.
It's a really good way of putting it. That's a good way of thinking of it, Justin.
And Shane.
Great.
Yeah.
And Shane.
And Shane.
And Shane. Is there anything else we wanted to touch on from Bode, though? There is one card I kind of want to talk about, but not really.
Cupid?
It's not Cupid. That was Synchro Storm, wasn't
that
it?
card is
no, that's Bode.
That's a Bode.
Actually, card mimicking Man-Eater Bug.
Oh my god.
Have you read the effect on that?
I
have not.
Oh my god, it's actually okay. I actually have it. I got it right here. I have it right here. I have it right here. Flip. Target one monster on the field. Destroy it. And if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack. Then you can change this card's type to that monster's original type. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Cannot be destroyed by the effects of monsters with its same type.
Okay.
I want you to read the first
Actually-
word of that effect again.
Flip.
Yeah, that right there. That right there.
But interesting card.
It is an interesting
It is
card.
very
You are
interesting.
absolutely.
It's a fun retrain. I will
Yeah.
say.
I could see
I-
that being played in some like guru deck.
I can see it being played in like a
I-
bad Guru deck.
Yeah.
I read it and I enjoyed it. If I had a way to make it work, I would try.
Or
Oh, that's
I think
the
it'd be
spice
fun.
that he's
Doll does a
building.
bunch of
That's
flip
the
shit.
spice that he's building. He's
Oh,
building.
He's
Yeah,
building.
I'm building a deck around mimicking Maneater
Yeah,
Bug.
just fucking
we-
books of Tios and Book of
Doll,
Moons and Eclipses.
Guru, Man-Eater Bug control.
Holy shit.
No, the one card that I wanted to talk about was Ruin Force, specifically for my deck.
Oh, Rune Force.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
let's talk about
It's a
it.
good
'Cause that
card.
card's kind of dummy.
It's
Good card.
it is that you are
Very good
absolutely
card.
correct, Justin. It is a dummy thick card. Like holy shit.
It's
But
a
it's
big,
40
thick boss.
4,600 attack, 4,100 defense. That is 8,700. Or with between attack and defense, 8,700.
Who calculates that?
No, there's actually I want to say like in the earlier days of Yu-Gi-Oh, for the number of stars a monster had, there was like almost a rule where like the attack and defense cannot exceed, like added together cannot exceed a certain amount. That rule went to the wayside way long time ago. But either way, it's an interesting card in machine decks. Mainly just because it is an absolute fucking chungus. But the fact that it has a negate in the battle phase is kind of nice. Because
That's not the effect. I mean, none of its effects matter. Really, it's just a
Yeah.
No card effects matter ever.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh card effects don't matter. It's all about the art.
But I don't know. I don't think because you guys were like kind of trying to pill me on it, and it's an interesting card.
It's a
but
one of.
Yeah, I think we're one
Really
of
just
it.
a one of. Most,
not even
most
sure if it's
a one
machine
of. Side out?
players-
It's a free side out. It's like
Yeah, that's true.
it protects you from getting even lead and shit like that.
Yeah,
I don't think
most
it's-
Earth Machine players I've seen play it, have said it's just like a one of.
at most, like the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
is, okay,
Like,
I can't summon it the turn that I summon Dozer because it is
Well, you
a
just play
dark
around that.
machine.
No, yeah. That's why
Yeah.
you play it as a one of, because if you know that like this effect is gonna come up, then you just don't go Dozer.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's a 4,600 attack beat stick in a deck that doesn't really
Also,
have
you
an
just
issue getting
you
Bungus
can
as a
summon Ruin Force before you Dozer.
You would have to get quite a few cards in the grave for that.
That's not hard.
that's not.
It
That doesn't
kind
seem
of-
hard
Machina,
for you.
It
what
is-
it?
it is
Machina over redeployment or whatever. The card where you have to discard like 7 cards to add like half a card. Like that's already 2 cards in the grave for you to summon.
It's discard 1, add 2 Machina cards, which is
Well, you
by the way,
link
nuts.
summon like 1,000 different times. Like it's fine. Like
It's
getting cards,
completely
getting
banished
3
play.
cards in the grave, or getting at least what is it, like 13 levels in the grave is not going to be an issue for you, like at all.
The thing is a lot of those cards are cards that I kind of want to stick around in the grave. Like,
But I'm saying that's why you play around it. Like if you need those cards, then yeah, don't summon the card with those cards, or don't summon it at all. But if you do need those, or you don't need those cards, okay, bye, see ya, don't need you. Like Derek Crane going, like banishing your Derek Crane, that doesn't matter.
see, that's the thing. Like, Ruin Force, it's good later in the game, but if you draw it turn 1, it's just dead. It's completely dead.
And
Yeah, it's
that's
definitely a
nothing to
turn.
do with.
I think it's definitely a turn 2 card because you don't really care about it turn 1 because
Yeah.
unless again you know that you're playing against a deck that has a battle phase effect that you can't interact with.
Yeah.
So just play it at 1.
I don't know. I'll test it at 1, but it'll probably end up getting cut.
I mean, what? It's like a 3-cent card. Like
It's actually 15. It's actually
Yeah,
$15.
right, I mean,
Pre-sales. Okay,
really-
pre-sales.
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 Yeah.
It'll be
It's gonna be like a dollar.
3 or 4. It'll be like a $3 or $4 card.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna
really-
be at most $5, but probably not even around there. But yeah, that's really all I wanted to talk about.
Last card I want to talk about. A good friend, shout out to Blake,
Groot.
turned me on to Cupid Pitch, and like it seems like an underwhelming card at first,
It's
but
so good. It is
it's
so
actually
good.
so good. And you know what can summon it?
Auroradon.
No, Helk, because it's a synchro tuner.
Yep.
So
Wait, what is the actual effect of this? Because I think most people just run it because it's a level 4.
It's a pretty long effect.
if this card is synchro summoned, increase or reduce its level by the level of the tuner used as material for its synchro summon. So it's got a level modification effect. That you can
It
do.
makes essentially all it does. I shouldn't say all it does. It makes Hulk into 3 negates.
Yeah, I just know
So
it's used in
crazy.
the Hulk Auroradon combos, which
Well,
I
that's
think
exactly what it is. It's 3
Yeah.
negates. You get Barone, you get Warlord Savage, and then I forgot what the third one is. But it's literally just 3 negates if you can get a single Hulk off of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Or
And
you
the
get a
only
second
decks-
Hulk off.
the only
card's
decks that are
actually gonna
doing
pop
that
off.
are the only decks that are doing that though are like at least the one that I'm thinking of is Infernoble. I think Infernoble is probably the
Rest
best
in
deck that is
peace.
going to use this.
Rest in peace.
Yo, Infernoble can still hand loop for like almost 5.
Copium.
yeah, hand loop me at Pasadena.
Woo! That's a challenge.
Which brings us to, because I think we're done with Bode, correct?
Yeah, I have nothing else to say
Okay.
unless we want to talk about Gunkin Sunship Uni.
The
No,
Boral monsters.
No.
Eh.
Warlord
No?
Riot Dragon's actually pretty
Yeah.
good for Dragon Link, but like I don't think
Somebody at Misty brought up that Boral Code Dragon should have been like Boral Code Talker Dragon, so it had more synergy, because it's not considered a Code Talker, so it has no real.
It is also for some reason specials out a topologic monster from your extra
Yeah.
deck or graveyard.
Yeah, I don't really understand that, but yeah, I don't think we need to talk about that. It's
Yeah.
It's just.
I was just curious. They're alright.
But yeah, let's get to me and Alex's next endeavor.
Yeah, you guys want to talk about it?
Yeah, we are officially registered and going to YCS Pasadena.
Yeah.
It's
Events are
going to be
back.
both of our first YCSs. So
it's gonna be both of your first big event, like above tier 1 event.
yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tier
So
3 event.
I'm hyped. I'm very excited. I'm really interested to see what it's like. I'm not going into this expecting to do well, just
Well,
because.
No,
there's a
believe in
lot.
Do
yourself.
okay.
Believe in
Expect
yourself.
expect to do okay.
No, believe in yourself.
I
Yeah.
expect to X3 drop
No!
and then eat some
I don't.
food.
I think I'll do alright.
Believe in yourself.
I believe in myself, but
I go in with the realistic expectation. I think I will do okay, but I know for a fact there's at least a person or two that will do better than me.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh
Oh,
is
there's-
40% mental. Yu-Gi-Oh is 40%.
Oh, I know. I know.
and 60% luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 40% of it is your skill and like your ability to not get tilted and use your things correctly at the right time. 40% is luck.
And
You got
100%
this,
it
Justin.
is to remember the name.
All right, so Alex, you are officially the new host of this podcast.
Oh, that's well. I guess at that
with
point I'm going to have to
guest
unfortunately
Shane.
resign and say that this podcast is over.
You know what?
That's
It
We
was,
make a Shane is out joke every podcast.
Yep.
Because Shane says some egregious shit every podcast.
No, I'm actually really interested in this event because Bode's gonna be legal for it, Synchro Storm's gonna be
Well,
legal for it.
everything's gonna be legal.
Is Synchro
Brothers
of
Storm legal
Legend?
for it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
single.
Storm came out this week or last week.
Oh,
It'll be legal.
No,
Yeah.
there's another. What's the set coming out like right around Pasadena?
Brothers of
that-
Legend. Brothers of Legend.
Brothers
I
Brothers
think
of
it comes
Legend.
out the weekend. I'll verify.
That one might
What?
not.
Yeah, people are saying that one might not be legal. Which isn't there like a big support boost coming out?
Not off the top of my head. I know.
Brothers is a reprint set, so there might be some like imports, but there's nothing like designated, such as crossout.
What comes out right after that then?
Eldorado.
Battle of. No,
Oh,
Eldorado
Eldorado
comes out in
this
November.
month. Yeah,
Yeah, it
Eldorado
comes out
comes out
in
this month?
like 2
Okay.
weeks.
bro.
Alex, do you know what I'm talking about?
Are you
Yes,
talking about Battle of
you're
Chaos?
talking about
That's
Battle
in
of Chaos.
February.
That's in February.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a quick aside, Konami, what the fuck? Why is Infinitrack Brutal Dozer
Sponsorship
not
lost.
Hala?
Sponsorship lost. Sponsorship lost.
Sponsorship.
Yep.
Dude, like,
Bad-
Infinitrack Brutal Dozer does not have a
quoting
hollow
back to it's
upgrade.
a
It
bad
got
card.
reprinted in the last fucking tin as another common. Like, what the fuck? Come on.
I
Throw
think
me a
they
goddamn
only
bone.
rarity bump good cards, so.
Yeah, they only really
Prize and
really
Dragoonity.
good.
Well, didn't
Shane,
they?
I'm
Well, the thing
literally-
is,
Shane.
didn't they rarity bump one of the striker links last gold series?
Yes.
Yeah, Rose.
Yeah,
Rose got
in fact,
So they
Rose
rarity
is
bumped
getting
that
one.
card.
Rose is getting one in El Dorado.
Oh,
Or no,
another one?
Ray,
Yeah,
Ray-
it's getting
Ray is-
reprinted again.
Ray is getting one.
Really?
Yeah,
What's Ray
is getting
getting?
one.
Because she's already in.
Premium gold.
Oh,
Alright, the more we
Yeah.
talk about reprints
Unless
for
it's-
decks that aren't mine, the more I get hurt.
Unless it's alt art, that's just kind of lame. I don't want gold rare.
I think it's an alt art.
The new
Hey,
Eldritch alt art
The
is sick.
secret rares are too sexy though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wait, also Brothers of Legend comes out in December.
Yes.
So like there's a 100%
It'll be-
chance it's gonna be
it'll be
legal. I mean,
available.
why wouldn't it be legal? It's reprints. Like they're not
Yeah.
gonna be like, oh, the droplet is from this set and not from Rise of the Duelist or an ulti. Can't play this one.
Also, Shane said that he would buy pre-release droplets 100%.
I did
no
not
matter
say
what the
pre-release.
price.
I said
No,
when
he
it gets
did. He
reprinted.
did.
He said
did.
he was going. He said he was
did, he
100%
did.
going to buy the reprint. So he
Yeah,
has to buy it on pre-release.
On pre-release, yeah.
He has to buy it on. That's just what it is. It's on
So,
pre-release.
doesn't
Sorry,
it-
Shane.
Probably gonna be $200.
No.
Shane's dropping the 6. Bucks and 6.
Yeah,
Actually,
it'll be me. I'll do it.
I actually do have one droplet, and I got it for like $80, but the other two I don't want to talk about.
Yeah,
We already
Shane,
did.
can we,
You
do
got
want to talk about
refunded.
that?
I
real
got
quick?
refunded.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure if you got refunded.
No, I got
You got
refunded. I got scammed.
Yeah, you got refunded.
Bad times.
Yeah, I'm sorry that happened.
Just buy from me. I have droplets,
There you go.
obviously.
Do you really?
Sell me a
Wait,
droplet
No,
for
I don't.
$80.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Oh, well, then.
Bad man.
I have. If I had 3 droplet, I'd be keeping 3 droplet for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
bad
you
man.
just that's literally just the move.
I mean, most cards like that, if I don't run it right now, I keep 3 of them around just in case I want them.
That's very smart.
Anything else that we need to talk about, guys?
I don't know, but YCS Pasadena is exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hyped. I'm
I'm hyped for what the
Yeah, I'm hyped for you
implications of
guys.
that.
I'm gonna.
Oh, and also the fact that there's like events, like honestly, I feel like that's made like people's interest in the game resurge.
Oh, absolutely. People have something to play for now because people
Yeah.
like got sick of remote duels September of last year.
People,
They're
I feel like
we
they're
just
getting
want
like
stuff
burnt
back. We
out
just
again.
want stuff back, and now we finally got something back. So people have actually, something to play for.
Yeah, and if you want events to stay, like, to keep happening, please, for the love of God, please go get vaccinated, wear your masks, wash your hands.
All
Just
6
please.
viewers of ours.
Yeah, all 6 of you, please.
That's
Blake,
6
you're
more
hearing
people.
us? Come on, man. Get vaccinated. Get your.
Yeah, you
mask.
just did surgery on a dog yesterday.
It was
Go
a
get
cat. It was a
It
cat.
was a cat. It was a cat.
Yep.
That's sick.
He posted a picture of the cat at the end of the.
Oh,
at
you're
the
right.
end
It
of
was
the-
a cat. It was a little kitty.
Tinks, I think.
Bro, he saved Rescue Cat. Bro, he rescued Rescue
Dude,
Cat.
Speaking of rescue
Rescue
cats,
Cat.
the new
alt art
art.
is so ugly.
New
It is
alt art
the
look-
worst
Are you
thing I've
kidding me?
ever
I
I
really
seen.
like it.
It looks
I
like
like
a
it.
4-year-old druid. It looks like a 3rd grader druid. Oh my god.
Well, I mean,
God.
Rescue Cat in general looks like a 4-year-old.
No,
druid,
no.
Yeah.
The original,
like,
you
no,
can
no,
tell
no,
it's
no.
a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
No.
Yeah. The
No,
alt
no,
art looks
no,
like a
no.
fucking deviant art. Fucking like.
No.
Fucking-
Bad take. Bad take.
That is
Bad
kind
take.
of a bad take.
What do you mean?
The rescue cat alt art looks really good.
It's
I
I
think.
like it. I
horrible.
like it.
I'm gonna
I
I'm
like
gonna
it.
hot
horrible.
take this. I think the new Eldritch alt art looks awful.
It's
That's
so
that's
sexy.
a really weird way to
I
say
hate.
good.
No,
That is
I,
a really
What the
weird
fuck,
say to say.
Eldritch, what?
I don't. It's like, oh, cool.
No,
He's sitting. He's. I know. I heard you. You're gonna do it. It's like, oh, cool. He's sitting down.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
look at
know.
his
I think
hand.
it's
Look at his
sexy.
hand. It's
Bro,
so
he's
sassy.
so sexy. Ugh, I love it.
I
I think
Yeah,
the
no, I like-
original looks
well-
okay. If this alt art came out, but as a secret rare, oh, that'd be hot. I'm just like a rarity slut. So like, Justin, obviously you have first edition Secret Slayers.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, I would just play with that, but I really like. It's very rare that I like an alt art, like the Kagari alt art. I hate it. Sorry.
Yeah, I also hate it. No, you're correct.
I actually hate the alt art. But most alt arts, I really just the Stratos alt art looks like he's just trying to like give you.
Oh, that's
weed.
yeah, that is such a bad
Horrible.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, most of the Ghost Girls I don't really like the alt arts of either. Plus it just like, in my opinion, cheapens the card. So, but I don't know. I think this one looks really
Droll's alt art looks pretty good.
I hate it. That's one of the worst
looks
ones in my
alright.
opinion.
Oh
I
my
really
God.
don't like it. I really don't like
I'm
it.
Team Ahmed
Oh.
here. For the most part, I'm almost always going to side with OG art because, like, much like Ahmed, I want first Dead, first Prince
Yeah.
whenever I can,
Yeah.
unless there's like a rarity bump that brings it up to like
Yeah, exactly.
secret or ulti. Then it's like, okay, I want that.
Yeah, if there's like a fucking common
Can we
and
at
it
least
gets
come to
alt-arted
the
to like a
consensus?
higher rarity, then I'm gonna get that.
Can we at least come to the consensus that if you are playing an alternate art in your deck of a card that you run multiple of, you run 3 or as many copies as you run of that art, and you do not mix the arts?
No. I think mixing the arts is funny.
Mixing the arts is actually pretty
I
funny.
wouldn't do it.
It's funny, but it's dumb.
Yeah, it's like I do it with hand traps sometimes, just
you
to
do.
like throw people off because they're like, is good. I like it.
All right. Does anyone else have anything else to say about anything?
No,
I'm good.
No.
that's it.
Who's gonna sign us out?
You know what, Alex? You sign
Sure.
us out. 'cause
Alex,
you're
yeah,
our
you sign
guest.
us out.
You're our guest.
Yeah, all right, cool. I don't really know what that means, so
Okay,
I
so
hope you
this is
guys-
the part
yeah.
where you thank the listener for listening to us babble
Oh,
for an hour
okay,
and a half.
okay.
We
Okay,
usually. I'm not gonna say that actually. Never mind.
Are you
Alright,
gonna?
cool, yeah.
Was it Shane related?
And then yeah,
Maybe you can yell at me.
and then you usually just say like, we're not cutting this up by the way.
No.
Oh yeah,
no
no, absolutely
It's
no
not.
content. This is
Yeah,
what
this
the
is
people pay for on Patreon.
The
Yeah.
only thing that I cut usually is everything that happens before we intro.
But then
You
you
know what?
edited it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, just thank the listener for watching.
Oh, cool,
And
yeah.
Just
Thank-
say your
thank you.
name. Say your name. Say
thank you
something
for-
funny. Say like poo poo caca wee wee or something. Whatever. I don't care. And then we all take turns. And we usually
Okay,
interrupt
okay.
each other, and it's funny.
Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, thank you for that. The everything Ahmed said.
Everything
No,
else.
you
Yeah.
gotta say it. You gotta say it.
No, I don't.
Oh, the
I don't
name of our
say it.
podcast
That
is
wasn't-
Table 501.
Is it?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
No, Alex does it. No,
Okay,
Alex
all
does
right.
it. Alex does it.
No,
You
I'm
do
good
it?
now. No, I don't do it.
Wait, what if we all just say it at once?
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Okay, everybody at
One,
once.
2, 3. Thank you,
Thanks
everyone.
for watching
To the
the
Table
Table
501
podcast.
Yu-Gi-Oh
I'm
podcast.
Justin.
I'm Shane.
I'm Alex.
And this has
And
been
this
Table
is the
This has been the
501.
Table
501
501 YGO
YGO
podcast. Have
Bye,
a
guys.
good day.
Yeah, have a good
great-
one. Bye. Hello.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna poop during this podcast for sure.
We've all pooped during podcasts.
I've
Actually, I don't
pooped
think
3
Shane's the only
times
one who
today.
hasn't. Wait, you
Well,
have?
yeah,
Wait, 3
'cause-
times today?
I've pooped 3 times since I woke up at 10
That
a.m.
happens,
Oh.
dude. No, that happens. Shane's right. That
You
happens.
know, I'm at 2 today. I'm at 2 today. Actually, okay, I can't really talk.
So like, it depends on like if I eat like shitty food, I will poop like so much the next day.
This is now the poop podcast.
Table 50 poop.
Yes.
Like
501
I'll have a moment at work and then like a twofer at home.
Table 501 Poopio.